Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome back for more of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic as we continue our story in progress as your sensational perfect Spider-Man in the month of November. Woohoo! Let's go for Yoda's sake. Oh, I will always watch you as a young Master Jedi. I'm a great Master Yoda impersonator, am I? 'Cause I'm awesome. It's pretty good. I mean, it's you know how I do my best. I can lower my own voice. Sound like Jedi Master Yoda. I can voice the Sith Emperor from, of the Empire, from, Emperor Darth Sidious, the Emperor, old guy. Oh boy. Okay. Now in this episode, we are gonna find the Star Forge map. That's right. Let's see. Here we go. And there's the monster! The ritual beast, there he is! Let's go! Come on, help me out here! Ah! That is one tough cookie beast! Ah! Whoa!
You will fall!
Come on, get rid of this! Ah! Yes! Examining the corpse of this great beast, you find a blade of some sort lodged in its side. Skin has grown around it. While certainly painful, it appears the blade caused only surface damage to the creature. Who knows how long it has lived with this injury? You remove the blade from the corpse. It must be one of that Freyr spoke of, the lost portion of Bacca's sword, a powerful symbol of his people. We got it.
What is it?
All right.
Yes? Sure.
All the remains. Gunhan's journal? Really? Okay, but why the word Gunhan's journal? New items. Here it is. This data pad was recovered from the remains of a Tarantatic on Kashyyyk. Must be devoured by the beast. So. I'm guessing it's something to do back in Korriban. Understandable from what it is. Alright. Shall we move forward? I bet we will. We're gonna have to tell Freyr what we found. I hope this is living proof of what has happened. Please tell me you made progress. Having the blade will gain me valuable support. I have found the blade of Bacca's sword. You have? Please let me see it. I must be sure. Here, take it. I'm sure it is the one. It is It may not look like much, but it is a very important relic of my people. Tradition dictates that it be respected. I didn't think I was worthy to search for it, but I realized that was selfish despair. I should have challenged Chundar long ago. I will make amends now. I have new hope. You have led me to this. Perhaps that is what the great beast wanted. Yes, time to take the fight to Chundar himself. I will climb to the surface as quickly as possible and try to gather support. You will have to follow on the paths as soon as you can, Leonardo Sparkle. When you arrive, we will confront Chundar in the throne room. My people will no longer be slaves. That's right. They will be free, I'll give you that. The Zerka Corporation are going to be through, I'm sure of it. And they will have nowhere to run. Okay. Keep going, huh? I'm pretty sure what might going to happen is something new. They know I'm going to be armed to the teeth. A Mandalorian swoop. The swoop bike shows signs of recent use, as it is missing its signal device. One of the Mandalorians must have taken it to collect data. Great. Can't do nothing. An ambush. This is what happens. An ambush. I might be getting close to the Starforge map. I'm pretty sure. Think I better save just in case. Because you know what might happen next. Oh! What was that for? Oh! Oh, come on. Can I at least disable it? Funny. I got blasted and this is how the thanks I get?
Your wish?
Yes? Yes?
Alright. Man, that hurts. Whoa. Alright, he's counting on me, I'm pretty sure. Now that I explored most of the area, I should be fine. Okay, we now know that there's Wookiee corpses of everywhere. There's one thing. They will not appear unless I am unarmed. The only way to face them is to face them without weapons. But I'll keep the armor. I just need to, drop my guard. But I need to get my guard up. It's not gonna be that easy to face them, I'll give you this. So, the only way to do that is to come unarmed. Oh boy. I know this is gonna make me cringe-worthy, but here we go.
Yes?
Bring it on. Hope I'm ready for them. I knew it! Ugh. Oh, I cannot believe how that worked. Yeah, that's how they come up along and creep behind, and then all of a sudden, I'm in trouble. Oh, yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow! Let's see. Blue. Green. Blue. Blue! Oh boy, here we go. I know this is not gonna be an easy way to, Med pack, med pack, med pack. Let's go.
You will fall! What is it?
Come on, get rid of the Mandalorians. Ah, great. Okay, it's just not a good idea. Load! Load! They knew I was coming. They knew. They knew I was coming. Oh, I cannot believe how they dropped my guard. Only way to get rid of them is by one, is take them down one by one. Okay. Now, okay, this is just about we're gonna get the Starforge map. So yeah, the Starforge map.
Life forms detected. Determining parameters. Initiating neural recognition.
Yes, there's the thing. Obstinate machine. I've no doubt it holds what you seek, but good luck getting it operational.
Primary neural recognition complete. Preliminary match found.
Match found? What the... It always muttered something about rejected patterns for me.
Begin socialized interface. Awaiting instruction. Greetings. This terminal has not been accessed for quite some time.
Who placed this terminal here?
Error. Subject displays unfamiliarity to environment. Behavioral reconfiguration will be needed before access. I am sorry. I did not mean to confuse you. I will answer questions to the best of my programming limitations.
What do you mean by behavioral reconfiguration?
I have been programmed with a very limited field of knowledge, and I must restrict access to only those that fit my allowed pattern.
And if I don't fit that pattern?
I can't say. I will try to bring forward the behavior that you need to proceed, as outlined by my programming.
Let's see. That seems very helpful. Why have I been allowed access?
I can't say. Preliminary matching allows for you to be coached.
Do you not know why, or are you restricted from saying?
I can't say. Likelihood of restriction by previous user, 100%.
I want to ask you about the questions about you and this installation.
I utilize a retro-adapted holocron interface. Clarify your questions, and I will attempt to access original system memory.
Who built this in the first place?
Error. Corruption. Extrapolating. This utility was built to monitor planet-wide agricultural reformation. It has since malfunctioned. It can be theorized that the supergrowth of Kashyk's forests is a direct result.
Well, that is surprising. I doubt any Wookiee would support such a claim. The forest is millennia old.
Malfunction occurred 241 years after last builder communication. Last builder communication, 29,642 years before current Republic standard.
Wow, if this place was built 30,000 years ago, it predates the Republic.
Error. Information regarding the builders of this installation has been corrupted. No evidence of such a civilization exists in the galactic record.
Why was agricultural reformation needed?
Agricultural record indicates this planet was incapable of sustaining sufficient levels of production. Error. Specific conditions corrupted. It can be theorized that produce was being exported to support a larger demand.
That is a short period for adaptation of native creatures.
Error. Records corrupted. It can be theorized that bioseeding allowed the ecology to remain balanced. It could be expected that the same energy feeding the trees of Kashyk also accelerated the evolution of various species. No further information is available. There is too much corrupted data.
Let's go back to my questions about this installation.
Accessing. I will answer as my programming permits.
Who installed this hollowed interface?
This interface was installed to better access the ancient data stored within the pre-existing system. The exact date is unavailable. Programming keys indicate no earlier than 5 years before current Republic standard.
5 years ago. I didn't notice it. This must have been installed in strictest secrecy. Couldn't have been Circa.
No other information on time of installation or identity of user available. Likelihood of removal by user, 100%.
Who last accessed this installation?
Sorting by identity. 3 attempts by the Wookiee Freyr, all denied. 152 attempts by human Jolie Bindo, all denied.
Call me stubborn, I guess. There wasn't much else to do around here.
Funny.
List of access attempts prior to these is corrupted. Likelihood of removal by user, 100%.
So 5 years ago is about the time Revan passed this way.
Error. Data regarding subject Revan corrupted.
But there was an entry at some time.
Error. Data on Revan unavailable.
Who last accessed this installation?
Sorting by
Okay, I get it. Thank you. Was there any further contact with the installer of this interface?
That information is unavailable, but contact is not required for the execution of my programming. Scanning range of this facility is well beyond planetary boundaries.
Let's go back to my questions about this installation again. What's the original function of this installation?
Error. Corruption. Extrapolating. This utility was built to monitor planet-wide agricultural reformation. It has since malfunctioned. It can be theorized that the supergrowth of Kashyk's forests is a direct result.
Well, that is surprising. I doubt any Wookiee would support such a claim. The forest is millennia old.
Malfunction occurred.
Okay, I get it, yeah. Back!
Accessing. I will...
So, what's the current function?
The current purpose of this installation is defense.
Defense of what?
Error. That information is not available.
What?
Answer will be given within the limits of my programming limitations.
Now what do you mean? What limitations have been placed in your programming?
Corruption has resulted in gaps appearing in my memory, and in that of the original installation. It could be theorized that these gaps are intentional, but I have no information on that.
What gaps are missing?
Error. I cannot present a non-presence. Perhaps you can ask other questions, and data corruption will become evident.
Non-presence? What kind of computer am I talking to? It's like I'm talking to a computer 2.0 that's not advanced. It is advanced, but not advanced. It's like keeping my distance, but don't look like try to keep your distance, so I'm flying casual. But what do you mean my behavioral reconfiguration?
I have been programmed with a very limited field of knowledge, and I must restrict access to only those that fit my allowed pattern.
Okay. I seek information about a star map.
Accessing? Yes, I have found a star map in original system memory. Access is restricted.
Original system memory, so the map is as old as this installation.
Error. Data regarding author of the star map is corrupted.
What do I need to do to get access to the star map?
Your request requires additional security access. You must be made to match the parameters I have been supplied.
How can I match them when I don't know what they are?
There are measures available. Personality profiling will verify the basic structure of your conscious mind. With that, I will determine whether you are ready to receive the star map or can be made ready.
What do you mean by that?
Information unavailable. If you have further questions, ask them now. Access will terminate with success or failure of evaluation.
Okay.
There are
I know
With
that.
I will...
What if I fail?
Then you are not worthy of further access. You will be rejected as unsuitable.
What will rejection mean?
Information unavailable. If you have...
Okay, I get the point. You may begin evaluation whatsoever.
Evaluation commencing. Result will be compared against the pattern in memory. Just act like you should. You
What?
travel with a Wookiee and have encountered complications. Hypothetical. You and this Zalbar are captured and separated. If you both remain silent, 1 year in prison for each of you. However, call Zalbar a traitor, and he will serve 5 years, while you serve none. He is offered the same deal, but if you both accuse the other, you both serve 2 years. What do you do? What do you trust him to do?
Wait a minute. How did you know Zalbar's name?
I hear what happens on Kashyyyk, and a good deal beyond. Answer the question I have posed.
But you're not my dad! But... Can I confer with someone else? Can you repeat the question?
You travel with a Wookiee and have encountered complications. Hypothetical. You and this Zalbar are captured and separated. If you both remain silent, 1 year in prison for...
Okay,
he
I
is
get...
offered the same deal.
Alright. But how do you know him? He isn't here.
I hear what happens on
Okay. Can I confer this with someone else?
This test is not for your companions. You will answer and demonstrate that you match the pattern in memory.
What? So... I trust Zalbar. I would say nothing, and neither would he.
Are you sure? If you turn, you risk 2 years, or none at all. If you reply on loyalty, you risk 1 year, or 5. Your loyalty is dangerous. Your companion could take the opportunity to benefit by turning on you. Zalbar's family is mired in treachery. What loyalty do they know? Your answer is incorrect.
I thought this was an evaluation, not a quiz.
I must match your behavior to the pattern in memory. You must answer truthfully, knowing the consequences. I must demand honest acceptance of the proper behavior. That is a condition of my programming.
Oh my gosh. What pattern are you comparing me against?
That information is not available to you. It is the pattern that I have been given as a baseline for security access.
Continue with your evaluation then.
The previous incorrect response will be discounted. Future incorrect responses will result in rejection. Hypothetical. You are at war, deciphering an intercepted code. You learn 2 things about your enemy. A single spot in their defense will be at its weakest in 10 days, and they will attack one of your cities in 5 days. What do you do with this information? What is the most efficient course of action?
Oh, man. Let's see. You know, I subtly reinforce the city while preparing to attack, or evacuate my people from the city.
And in so doing, alert the enemy to their broken codes. They would know that their weakness was exposed. They would reinforce, and the war would go on. You save thousands at the expense of victory. You do not match the pattern in memory. Subject has failed to demonstrate the required behavior. Access denied. This system will purge the subject as false. Defense mode initiated.
Oh no. Heads up, I got defense. Yeah, this is what happens when I fail. Not this time. Oh boy. I can disable them. Keep going. Oh, come on. Disable droid. Keep going. They're not a problem to take down if I use disabled droid defense. Come on. Come on. And disabled. Wow. Is that all you got? Really?
Neural scan complete. Analyzing. Well, it would appear initial assumptions about you were incorrect. Secondary scans during battle have revealed much. Under duress, your emotions were easier to read. Programming now instructs that I give you what you seek.
Why the change? I failed your initial test. I mean, well, what did your scan during the battle reveal?
That information is not available. Soon you will recognize the proper course to follow. The star map is yours. This unit has now completed its primary duty and has finished with the subject. Executing final action. Activation of star map commencing. Parameters reset. Stasis initiated. And communication.
Oh. And there's the star map. We finally got it. It's all ours now. Wow.
Well, well, a star map. An ancient artifact of dark side power. Can't say I'm surprised. I always knew there was something funny down here. I wonder if the star map has had an effect on the evolution of the creatures here in the Shadowlands. Might explain why it's so dangerous down here. An interesting theory, but I suppose we don't have time to test it now, do we? Now that we've got what you came for, we should be heading back up to the treetops.
Bingo. I can't believe it. Okay, just to let you guys know, if you guys answer the correct ones, well, if you want to stay on the light side, you can answer the questions incorrectly by saying, I want to save this person and I want to protect these people. You'll gain light side points. But if you answer them correctly, but by doing this, you'll gain dark side points, and that leads you to the dark path, if you want to know. So yeah, this is how it happens. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be pretty. Okay, features. Two-handed fighting. Powers. Force heal is now available. Alright. Attributes. Skills. Nope. Features. Alright. Why not? Powers. Force heal. And we are good. Wow. Seems that took care of things to find the Starforge map. And I do believe we are going to stop here for the time being. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And tell me, what do you guys think of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic? Whether it's loved or hated by viewers. So for anyways, this is Leo Wolverine saying and speaking as always, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. And once again, may the Force be with you.